Third Sunday of Easter, 4th May 2025. Theme: The Joy of True Encounters. The Sunday Gospel of this week may be interpreted by the help of the well-known Jewish philosopher Martin Buber, who wrote in his book I and Thou that all real life is meeting encounter. Buber incessantly speaks about human encounters and the necessity to transit from an I it encounter to an I thou encounter. I it meetings set their focus on the ego and remain superficial and fleeting, not really knowing the other persons. I thou encounters on the other hand are truly nourishing for the soul because her two persons are meeting on a different level, apart from their own ego and thus truly getting to know each other. Situated in the last chapter of John's Gospel, today's text speaks about the third time that Jesus appeared to his disciples after his resurrection. A group of disciples stay confused about what had happened to Jesus a few days ago and still not sure how to interpret the empty tomb, decide to go about their daily business. They do what they always used to do. They go fishing with the text and lead, and the others join him. John the Evangelist says that Jesus stood on the beach, but this disciple did not recognize him. How come? They all had been wandering around with Jesus for about 3 years, and now they did not recognize him. Speaking with Baba, we could say that the disciples were still confined in themselves. They were full of their own worries and sorrow about what had happened and about what would be, because they were fixated on their own self, on their ego, and on the past they were only capable of an I-it meeting, which cannot lead to a real encounter with another person. Jesus, however, wants to help his disciples to a true meeting with himself. The group of disciples finally recognize the resurrected Jesus when they start to listen. This experienced fishermen were not too proud to listen to the stranger, suggesting that they should cast out the net on the right side of the road. Their decision to listen to another took them outside of themselves, which resulted in a true encounter with the risen Lord. In addition, they were blessed with a big catch of fish. But Jesus even took it a step further and did not only want to reveal himself in intellectual but also in very tangible way. After the disciples had finished their daily walk, they found themselves invited for breakfast by Jesus. Everything is prepared: the fire, the bread, the fish. Jesus only asked his disciples to add some of the fishes they had just caught. At this point, when Jesus breaks the bread and the fish, every one of them knew it was the Lord. Thus, by truly listening to Jesus, both disciples left the confinement of their own ego with all their worries and were able to have a true encounter from heart to heart, from the person to person. The shared breakfast with the risen Lord could be seen as a feast celebrating this joyful encounter. Have you experienced these two kinds of encounters in your life? How will a shared meal help building and nourishing a relationship